Hey YouTube, today I played in the online One Piece regional and I ended in top 16 after 10 rounds of Swiss. My final record was 8-2. I lost to one Whitebeard and one Ace. I'll talk about my tournament report a little bit at the end, but let's start on with the deck profile. I played Zoro. It was just a deck that I've been testing. It's the one I've been uploading just because I have been trying to find a good build. I was pretty happy with how the deck performed. There were a couple of unfortunate things in my losses, but overall, the deck performed very well. The first card I played was for Dodon. This is the best searcher in the deck. Again, it gives you another card. There's not much I need to explain about Dodon. And this deck is very similar to what I uploaded about 3 or 4 days ago, with just like 1 or 2 changes. I played 4 Izo. Again, you just need to grab the Whitebeard cards, Marco's being the best cards in the deck. Just the recursion and the presence that they give you is just too strong. For Buggy, again, just he does whiff, and that is what caused one of my losses. But just being a 1/3, the pressure that helps you play with, and the fact that he can't be KO'd by Slash does come up in the Law matchup, and sometimes even in the Zoro matchup. And I play for Otama. This card is good with Fire Fist. It's also good with Marco. And then we still play the 8 boosters. This just helps you. This helps you get value from your 1-drops. A lot of times it takes too much resources to always bump them up to 5 or 7s. Having these cards just makes it very seamless. This card was MVP, being able just to get another body. And then I won 1 game just because I was able to double Makino and bring a Buggy to 10k. Then the 8 Marcos. This is one of the changes that I made. So recently I was on 4 Gozu and 2 Blackbeard. I realized that I didn't like that Blackbeard had no counter power, and that I thought it was only good on 4. You couldn't really play it onto an established board because it was too slow of a card. It didn't interact, it wasn't a rush, it was just too slow. So because of that, I did substitute it for Marco, and this was a great card. Before this list, I had to play this deck much more aggressively, and I needed to defend life very aggressively as well, because at a certain point, I had no blockers. And with no blockers, even if I put my opponent on 0 cards, they can just, swing 15 for life. So having the Marco was very, very important. It also helped a lot of the Whitebeard events, just because I can discard them just to bring it back. And sometimes the events just wouldn't do anything in my hand. Play Gozu just because you just need to keep the count up, and it's a 2k. I play 14 targets for Whitebeard target, and then 12 for Buggy. Then I play 4 Zoro. This is any situation where you're able to get your opponent low enough, and then you are essentially top decking. This is the best top deck that the deck has. It allows for 2 swings. So it's just a card that as a top deck can win you the game. There's no other card in your deck that can do that. So that's why I maxed it out at 4. It's also part of the reason that I cut out on the Blackbeard. I thought this was a better card just because it can be top deck, and I didn't want to play too many non-combo power. Next are the defensive events. I just thought these were the best events to play. I didn't really want to play, I played 2 Whitebeard Pirates. I guess I'll put all the events here. So these are all the events I played. I played 2 Whitebeard Pirates just because it is a Whitebeard event. I really didn't want to play this card. I never liked playing it because I felt that it was a -1 Dawn. Like with the searchers, when you play them, you get a body. This is a card that doesn't give you a body, so I just thought you were not using your Dawn effectively when you played it. so I didn't really want to play this card. I would have played any event that was just a Whitebeard event, so that Buggy has targets and Ezo has more targets. The only reason I play this is because sometimes your hand will be awkward and you need to look for a play. Like there were times where I needed to look for a Marco so I can play it on 5, and being able to play this when I'm on 3 Dawn just to be able to find a play is important. Fire Fist was a great card. This is actually one of the cards I'm considering. I don't know if maybe it's just for Ace, but I really love this card. I love the tempo swings that it can cause, and then this with a reduction can just board wipe a 3 and a 4 drop, which I think is just really, really strong. Just being able to go Otama on a 6K, and then now it's a 5 and a 4 you can KO. I really liked what that did for me. I'm not sure if maybe, because with the new edition, you have to cut 3 cards. So I'm not sure if you can maybe play more of these, but it is a more aggressive deck, so this is something I might consider. Right now, I'm also just considering playing Nami. It's something that I wanted to play a long time ago just because I didn't like the little amount of targets that Buggy had. But I didn't play just because of Buggy's can't be KO'd by Slash and being a 1/3. But now that you have to play worse events, I would highly consider it. So that's my deck profile. And now I want to talk about my tournament report. So this tournament was heavily Whitebeard. There were 10 rounds of Swiss, and there were 7 Whitebeards that I played. So I had played 3 non-Whitebeard. I was able to beat 6 of them with the exception of 1. And the person I lost to got first place. So, and it was a close game, so I don't feel like, I'm not sure what I could have did differently. And then my other loss was against an Ace. I did double Buggy and I missed twice, and then my opponent did triple Buggy. And, you know, obviously they hit because it's an event deck. But then I was just super behind. They were +3, and then they had Buggies, and all I had was Slash. So I couldn't even KO the Buggies. So he would get free swings, and then from there on 5, he played a Marco, and then I didn't have a Marco, so the game just snowballed, and eventually I just ran out of steam. But yeah, overall, I was pretty happy with how the deck performed. There were a couple of plays that there was one line, and I was able to find it. So overall, I was happy with how I performed. But yeah, thank you for watching, and consider comment, liking, and subscribing. Take care.